and Central Virginia community for generations, 46 years.
Yeah.
46 years of Anna's Number 5. I mentioned this on previous shows. The first place I ever had food in Charlottesville was your restaurant.
Yes.
I was 13.
Oh, wow.
Came here with my dad, who went to UVA. He brought my family, my mom, my brother, and I to Charlottesville. And first place I ever had any kind of food in Charlottesville. We grew up in Williamsburg.
Yeah.
Which I believe there's an Anna's in Williamsburg.
We do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
There,
some
I'm sure you
relatives.
have.
So we knew that tie and went because of that tie to your restaurant.
Yeah.
Also interesting, and it goes full circle. And I'll mention this when the show starts. Right now the mics are just on, so technically the
Yeah,
show hasn't
that's fine.
started. We're tapping people on the shoulder. The first place I ever ate in Charlottesville as a UVA student was at Anna's.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So first place as a 13-year-old, and then first place as a first year at the University of Virginia.
Wow.
And then even more full circle, my wife and I very much enjoy your Italian subs.
Yeah.
And one of the first places we ever had a dinner in a restaurant with our son
Yep.
was your restaurant.
Oh,
So 13, me, first year me, my wife when she moved from New York, and New Yorkers, as you guys know, have very
right.
disconcerting taste or very refined taste when it comes to
yes,
pizza.
they do.
She
They
says
have.
your pizza meets her criteria, as you guys know. That's why we order it all the time. And then our son. I mean, and you guys have probably tons of stories like this that you can
Oh,
share.
we do. We do.
So we will share, and when the show starts, guys, we will showcase the Anna story. We have Scott Aaronworth watching in Virginia Beach. Scott, my friend, I would encourage you guys to
yeah.
order Italian subs, and maybe they can mail them to you overnight to Virginia Beach. You're going to want to do this. Virginia Beach, order Anna's Number 5.
Oh, my goodness.
We got
Put me
downtown
the same
Charlottesville all over the show right now. Crozet, welcome to the program. We got Belmont, welcome to the program. Fry Springs is all over this.
Oh, my goodness.
University of Virginia, welcome to the program. Let's flood Anna's with orders. Let's flood them with orders. Maria, are you ready for this?
I guess I'm ready.
Get Anna's
There's no choice.
flooded with orders, my friends. Judah Wickhauer is our director. We are live on every social media platform known to mankind. Judah Wickhauer, things are looking good on my end. We can start the show, my friend, when you're ready.
All right. Thanks for doing this, Jerry. Where do we look?
Good Monday afternoon, guys. My name is Jerry Miller, and welcome to the I Love Seville show. Thank you kindly for joining us. It's an absolute pleasure to connect with you guys through the I Love Seville network. Today, we're presented by the Clifton in Keswick. Truly a memorable dining and happy hour and wedding and event experience. The Clifton in Keswick is an opportunity for you to make memories. And speaking of memories, yours truly has made so many at Anna's Number 5. And I've very much been looking forward to today's show. The ladies that we have in studio and on set know firsthand how much I love their pizza and their Italian subs. Man, I'm going to get emotional on today's show.
Don't do it, Jerry. Don't do it.
First place I ever enjoyed food in Charlottesville, Virginia, literally the first place was Anna's. I was talking with my parents over the weekend. As a 13-year-old boy, my brother was 12, and we came and visited Charlottesville because my dad was a University of Virginia graduate, and he, like so many of us, loves Charlottesville because once Charlottesville gets its hooks in you, it's hard not to fall in love with this community. So we came when I was a young boy and my brother, and we had a pepperoni pie and their restaurant and their dining room. And then the first place I ever had food in a restaurant was the first year at the University of Virginia. Certainly a kid that was into mischief and trouble was Anna's Number 5 with our fraternity, Phi Kappa Psi. And I remember a rush event where we had the entire fraternity and 30 rushies. I mean, it must have been like 70 guys in Anna's having pizza. at their pizzeria. And then my wife moves to Charlottesville from Long Island in New York, where pizza is in their blood. And she says, and I'm not going to name any names, this pizza in Charlottesville, what's up with this pizza in Charlottesville? Then she tries Anna's, and she says, this is how pizza's supposed to taste. So we kept coming back and back and back. As many of you guys know, the wife and the family often is calling the shots, certainly is in my house. And then the first place that our son, who's now 4.5, had food in a dining room was Anna's number 5. But enough with me, because I got to fight some emotions back. Judah Wickhauer, if we could go to the studio camera and if we can welcome the ladies to the show, who I think need very little introduction. We have Maria, we have Marta, we have Marcella, and we have the ownership behind Anna's number 5. And we'll start with Maria. The show is yours. Please introduce yourself to everyone that's watching.
Hi, I'm Maria.
We love having you here.
We love having you here. It's great to be here. This is emotional, just like you say. We know Jerry for a long time.
For a long time.
Yes. As a matter of fact, we have a Jerry Miller sub now. It's not no more Anna's Pizza sub.
It's called the Jerry Miller sub.
The Jerry Miller sub.
The Italian sub is the
Italian
best. I've
sub
said this
is
so
the
many
best,
times on the show.
Yeah.
These ladies make the best Italian sub I have ever had in my entire life.
Yeah. That's why he calls it Jerry Miller now.
Thank you for saying it. Marta, the show is yours. I love seeing you at the restaurant. I love seeing you work the cash register. I love interacting with you.
Everywhere.
We do.
Hi, my name is Marta Grado. It's so emotional.
Thank you for joining us on the show. Marcella helped set this up.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Happy
setting this
to.
interview up.
Of course.
Please introduce yourself to everybody.
Yeah. Marcella Watson, and I'm part of the family that has helped
She's the
run
troublemaker.
this show a little bit. Apparently, I'm a troublemaker.
When she was little.
I'm happy to have this here for us today.
She's
and
the
share
one
some
that was
stories.
dancing in the jukebox.
What was that? What you
Here
said?
we go.
Oh, yeah.
She was a little one. We used to have a jukebox.
Oh, yeah.
She was go up there and dancing and sit down and dancing.
That's fantastic. I love that.
Let's put it this way. Are we all in?
Oh, yeah. You're all on
Let's put
camera.
it this. She's the first one that started driving everybody crazy in this.
No, she was
in
a
the
very
restaurant.
sweet girl.
She used to run in the roller skate in the restaurant, sitting on top of the jukebox all day long. And what else she used to do?
She ate all the Sicilian underneath there.
Yeah,
Underneath the
so-
counter, my father put the Sicilian and prepared. She was eating all.
Just the bottom of it.
Just the
Yeah.
bottom. Go
Much
passing through with the walker, grab piece and leave.
Yeah, my
Come
kids,
back
they grew
again.
up in the restaurant.
I know they did. Not just your kids, but
Martha's kids.
My
so
kids
many
did.
kids.
So was my grandkids, along with everybody, customers' kids. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It was
Right.
So very
Yeah,
touching.
we've
This
had
has
a lot
been
of-
really hard for us, actually. This call now, because the customers are not really making it any easier on us.
You have
support.
Bill McChesney offering comments. He said the post-soccer game headquarters in the 80s and 90s
Yeah.
Yes.
for teams and parents. You got Fry Springs Beach Club
Oh,
watching right
yeah,
now.
every summertime.
Fry Springs Beach Club giving you some props. Juan Sarmiento, we are sad you are closing, but very, very happy for your enjoyable retirement.
wow.
Yeah.
So why don't we do this? The show is yours. And Maria, we'll start with you here. Talk to us about the news. Put in perspective why closing, why retiring, and the bittersweet nature of it.
No, very easily. At least was up this year, and we were already talking about, because my sister been here, and we were just talking about it. We were trying to reach the 50 years, but because the lease was up this year, we had to do it now. But other than that, we probably would have kept going for a few more years.
What are your
time is time.
What are your thoughts on all the responses ever since?
Oh my God, it's
all this
unbelievable
past
the
week has
response
been
we've been having. Even for
beautiful.
some of the servers that worked with us 30 years ago, 40 years ago, and some of them are still staying in touch with us anyway. But some of them it's just like Jill the other day and Carolyn and it's so many of them that it's been unbelievable. Just unbelievable. You don't even remember them anymore until you hear the names now.
How about this one? Kevin Yancey is watching in Waynesboro, and he says, please tell the ladies their old Pepsi man said hello.
Oh, yeah. Pepsi Man. Here we go. Yeah.
Kevin Yancey in Waynesboro. We got folks watching in Richmond, in Short Pump,
That's probably my
Harrisonburg,
cousin
Waynesboro, Williamsburg, Virginia Beach, Lynchburg,
Yeah.
McLean,
Oh, wow.
Arlington. Jason Burke is watching in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
says, when I lived down the street for you for years, you kept me fed. Thank you for all the memories. This is Los Angeles watching,
Oh,
where it's
wow.
9:46 in the morning, and he's watching you guys on the show. Maria, we'll go back to you, and then Marcella, we'll get you in the mix here. Where do you begin with 46 years of stories?
That's a lot to talk about it, and a lot that you want to forget to at the same time, some stuff. But they've been great, though. They've been great, and I just, us, that we have run, and it takes a lot of strength to run a restaurant. It really is.
It takes a lot
of it takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot of your family too. At the same time, we were lucky that it was a family business, and we had raised our kids there. Some of them they're not that fortunate we did.
Yeah.
But I'm glad. I think I did good with that, with
Yeah,
those
you did
two
great.
ones.
Yeah.
And raising them, get up from work, pick them up in school, go drop them off, and it took a lot. But other than that, the customers are the most wonderful thing that you all run with.
Well,
It really
46 years and spreading all the way out to LA, that says a lot.
That is
you know?
a lot.
And you have
That
a
is
lot
a
of
lot.
relationships during that time.
Yeah. I mean, it tells you right there.
Yeah.
I mean, this
the
is
value of your customers. It tells you
Absolutely.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
one of everyone's favorite parts, and Marcella, will throw to you, of going to Anna's, was seeing your family in the restaurant. And if
Yeah.
it wasn't your family, Marta working the register, you making the pizzas and the best Italian subs I've ever had, you filling in on Thursday and Friday and Saturday night when things got busy.
Mhm.
You saw your children huddled around the TV
Yeah.
by that table right next to the ovens. And that's the kind of stuff that Charlottesville absolutely loves,
Yeah.
because it personalizes and humanizes and localizes the brands.
Yep.
Yes.
And when you go in and you support you guys, it's directly supporting your family. Put in perspective growing up at Anna's on Maury Avenue for everyone watching the show.
Oh, in perspective. Gosh, I don't know. It's just been, sorry, just a little bit of my emotions right now. It takes a lot of grit for a family to stay together and push through for so many years. So, I watched that growing up, and it just instills a great work ethic and makes you realize, this town and how great it's been. You get to appreciate all walks of life. Whoever walks through your door, you're carrying conversation with, or you develop a relationship with, and the community just comes together and just helps you grow. I really don't know what else to say on that. Or
You got orders coming in left and right on
Yeah.
the show. Multiple people. Scott says this first. Please thank them for me on behalf of my family. My father loved Anna's number 5. We went there after every home football game. He's also asking if you will mail or FedEx pizza and Italian subs to Virginia Beach.
Wow.
We're
Maybe it's the
also
guy.
that's also being asked to Nashville, Tennessee, and Athens, Georgia right now.
Of course, one has kid, and everybody else going to ask.
Okay, okay, so that's coming in. Kevin said he lived off Fontaine and spent many dinners there having pizza. Multiple folks are asking if Papa is still with us.
No,
he's gone
Papa's
15
not
years
with
ago.
us. Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a while now, Papa. Nobody
50.
recognizes my mom, remembers my mom as much as my dad, but a lot of the customers were really attached to my dad too. It's unbelievable. It's been going for 14 years now.
15.
15?
Yeah.
15 years.
Yeah.
he would have all the little kids pull up chairs to the counter and just stand there and watch him make the
making
pizzas.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was that
And he
or
would
the
give them a
cheese.
piece of
He was
pepperoni,
giving-
he
a
always
piece of
gave
cheese. Yeah.
He was always feeding these little guys, and It's adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you guys, and I read, I thought Hall Spencer in the Daily Progress did a good job of covering the story in print. Judah's going to grab some photos of you guys behind the scenes. Silvana is watching right now.
Oh, we
So
missed
she's
her.
not coming?
Yeah, she says, I thought, unfortunately, I can't make it. My deepest apologies. Anna's Pizza has been a huge part of my life.
Yes.
From growing up, annoying my grandfather and mother as I wanted to help make pizza at 5 years old.
Oh my
To
goodness.
serving
Oh, wow.
customers
Yeah,
for many years.
That was my other nightmare right there.
I will miss it deeply, she says. But there is so much, this is so much of a deserved retirement for my mom, Maria, and my aunt, Marta.
Yeah.
Tell the story. Anna's number 5, how it came to fruition in Charlottesville.
My grandmother's name is Hannah. It was. So my uncle actually opened up the restaurant, put the name on it, and he ended up being in Charlottesville, and he put number 5 on there in 1974. And then he was, we were looking at a place back then to open up a restaurant, and then we heard that he was selling this one, so we jumped in. And ever since then, I didn't want to leave Charlottesville for no reason. I used to live in Williamsburg and Newport News, so, that's where my family is. All my relatives are done that way. But once I moved to Charlottesville, that's it. Every time I go to Newport News or Virginia Beach, Williamsburg, it's just I can't wait to come back. But other than that, then ever since that, 76, I was pregnant with her when I moved to Charlottesville. And this has been my town for sure. And my mom, my dad, and my sister.
We was a cousin reunion from my cousin from Detroit. It was my grandfather's brother's son. Remember the years? 76. We have a reunion.
A reunion?
Yeah, with Chris.
Chris. Yeah, that was a long
so
time.
My father is supposed to go in Italy. So we went. We came in Virginia, Newport News, and then they made a deal with my uncle for the restaurant. And
we moved here.
before he left to Italy, he turned to me and said, "Do not even think to go in Virginia with a car." I said, "No."
And she did.
I said, "No, I'm not going." Instead, I went the night before. My mother, she was a tough lady. She said, "We're going. As long as we got the money in the wallet, we're going." I said, "Okay." So I went to see my cousin because he was a daughter. I said, "Can you give me your daughter? I want to go and see my sister in Virginia." He said, I knew he cannot say no to me. So I said, "Okay, you can take my daughter." So we left at 4 o'clock in the morning. Me, my mother, and this girl, Martha too, it was Martha. And when we reached Verrazano Bridge, it was raining like crazy. I said, "Ma, let's go back." And she said, "No, you keep on going. Another hour. If it's still raining, we're going to go back." And then the rain stopped, and we came. But she sent me direction, my sister from Richmond. We was in Maryland. I said, "Why we got to go Richmond?" I was looking them up. I said, "Let's stop on
no PG.
no PG on
Like
information center,
like a rest area.
So, it's information
Visitor
center.
center.
Visitor
center.
So I stopped there. I said, "I want to go in Charlottesville. This road from Richmond is too long." She said, "Yes. All you got to do, keep on going 95, go for 65. 65 is it?
495.
495, and then the 66, and then you go 29. I said, "Okay, we made it."
That's very
But
cool.
when my cousin, when I give her the car before Baltimore Bridge, she stopped in the middle of the bridge because she started shaking. She freaked out. She said, "I'm not driving." I said, "You better pass the bridge, and then I take it over." No, I said, "You better pass it." So we switched on the bridge, and we followed. We came, and my sister was in the kitchen and making lasagna, and her husband was making pizza. So, "Yeah, you put your eyes up and look." I said, "No, it's impossible. You need it like this." I said, "Yes, we're here. We're here."
They couldn't believe y'all made
So
it.
back to the Anna stories.
Please. That was great.
So, like I say, my grandmother's name was Anna, and then so many Annas in my family. It's just ridiculous.
Your name was supposed to be Anna too.
Yeah, my name was supposed to be Anna too, but thank God. That was out of the question like that. You call one, everybody answers, believe
She
me.
put a Maria in the middle.
And so that's how Anna's Pizza started it, from my grandmother's name. And then after that, like I say, we've been able to we stay here, and then all the other Annas are in Virginia, Virginia State
All
also.
Virginia related.
It's Virginia State.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How about the recipes?
Those are secret recipes.
Oh, what recipe?
Yeah, what recipes? Tell us about that. Is a little pinch of this, a little splash of that?
All you gotta do
Pretty
put
much
love.
a pinch.
Love is
Yeah,
coming good.
just natural. No, you don't have to do nothing special with your recipe. Just like you want to be yourself. That's how it is.
You have to
They don't
enjoy
even know
it.
my recipe. None of them do.
It's
She
difficult. You,
invented everything.
you
Yeah.
try to replicate it, and it never tastes the same.
Especially grandma soup, right? You want to
Yeah.
duplicate?
A lot
She
of-
wants to duplicate my mother's
Can't get
soup.
it. I can't get it.
She cannot get it.
Yeah.
A lot of Anna's recipe for sure.
Talk to us about the dining room in the restaurant, because I think your dining room and your restaurant is a much part of this incredibly positive legacy.
The
What is that, the
Velcro
wallpaper?
wallpaper.
Yeah. Like, okay, like, and I sincerely mean this in like the most like positive, amazing way possible. You go into Anna's now, and you're completely like nostalgic of what Anna's was like. How long ago?
Back in the day.
47.
46 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
40
Yeah.
years ago?
Yeah.
You know? And that's
Yeah.
what makes
The
it
standard.
special.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you guys, it's the same. It's family.
Yeah.
It's food made with love. You go in there and you like for me, like, I go in there and I remember first year with Phi Kappa Psi. Or I go in there and I remember 2.5 years ago when my kid was 2 and now he's 4.5. Or I go in there and I remember what it
Brings
was
you
like.
back to memories.
Yeah, when my dad, who has health problems now, did not have health problems.
Sorry to hear that,
You know,
yeah.
and was just like chasing us around your dining room. I mean, I think that also makes like the legacy and the brand and the pizzeria and the
Yeah.
restaurant like even more special. Can you put the dining room in perspective? What are the largest ones maybe in the
That
city?
is, that is, yeah, it is
Yeah.
a, it is a
Yeah.
big, it is a big diner
Yeah.
area for sure. And they used to be filled up back in the days when you were
Yeah.
in your days. Well, maybe because you say, when did you graduate from high school? From college?
So 2004.
2004. Okay, yeah, way before that. I mean, it was big crazy. Like you say, your fraternity was coming
75
over.
people and was
Yeah,
easily fit
and
in
not
there.
only
That's
that, we
just
used
one
to have
section.
we used to
Right.
have 2 or 3 fraternities at
Right.
the same time, within an hour different. Though, you know, we had to space them out,
Yeah.
so there would be no fight in there.
Right.
Believe me.
Yeah.
We came across a lot of them.
Had
When
to
we first
accommodate
moved
that.
here, there used to be the Bettis fraternity across the street from us,
Uh-huh.
and a lot of those kids worked for us. But it took me a while before I got those kids straight. A lot, believe me. Because, you know, fraternities,
Sure.
you guys like to have fun.
18, 19.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they will come in, mix up the place, and this is just like, no, this is not going to happen. So one of
John,
them,
they used to.
John, no, it wasn't John. It was, I think, Drew. That night was Drew. He got sick. I went in the back, got the mop, the bucket, and the mop, and I said, "You're going to clean this out." And I made them clean it out.
That's great.
Ever since then, the rules of the Bettis was, we walk at us, we all behave.
Yeah.
And they did. And then some of those kids, which they still stay in touch with
They
us.
still come around.
And they used to spend so many nights there, a lot of
Hanging out.
nights over there.
Yeah.
And we heard so many stories about them. You have no idea. Inside
Johnny,
there.
when I went in the office and
Yeah,
fell asleep,
John, yeah.
my father went back there to change the clothes. It was time to leave. He got back and said, "Somebody sleep on the couch."
And it was John
It
sleeping
was
on the
Johnny
couch.
sleep on the couch.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, that's, being a little
No.
drunk, having a little fun.
It was fun.
It was
Yeah.
fun, He knew how to control himself, I gotta say.
Yeah,
The,
right.
the only thing is, it was all those bad checks coming in.
Because everybody let us sign the check. And he never knew how much to check and never
No,
knew
he was a
to make
very,
a deposit or
very
anything.
friendly guy.
And he was
Very
a
friendly guy. But
balanced
we had a lot of
We know that.
fun
Checks
with
were,
them. We really
back in
did.
the day, checks were like this thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
You
used
know,
to. They
before
time.
debit credit
Sure.
cards, that was quite a task to stamp for deposit.
Kevin Higgins is watching the program in Greenwood here in
Yeah.
Virginia, and he says the best part of going to Anna's was watching the owners sit down at the family table and watch TV. It
Yeah.
did not matter who I was with. I was always drawn to watching the Anna's family together.
Yeah.
They don't know it, but they taught so many of us the value of family and hard work.
Yeah. Oh,
Just by
that's so
sitting at that
nice.
table together and watching TV, I concur. So many times I was there, either waiting for a pizza or there like with my wife, or there maybe even on a date before I met my wife. and I was just watching
Oh,
you
yeah, a lot
guys
of those people
at
too.
this table watching TV.
Yep.
And oftentimes you guys would leave the table when things got busy and then head over behind the line
Yep.
and help make things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just, it was magic.
Yeah,
Yep.
it takes not too long at all.
It was absolutely
It's
magical.
true. It's true.
A lot of questions coming on the feed, and guys, viewers and listeners, if you want to give the ladies some love and share your favorite Anna stories or your favorite dishes, put it in the feed, and I will relay it live on air. This question's coming in from Kelsey, who is watching in Short Pump. She says, "Jerry, please tell the ladies we will drive to Charlottesville before they close for one last Anna's experience. Please ask them what some of their best-selling dishes have been over the 46 years."
Oh my God.
You
Great
know,
question.
Great
Yeah, it
question,
is. It is a
because
great
the
question.
menu, honestly, it got bigger.
It's humongous.
It's
huge.
big.
Yeah.
It's
And
humongous.
I've been trying to reduce the menu.
It is huge.
That's a
But
struggle.
we sell everything. We take something
Can't
out,
take
then you
something
take
Take
off.
stuff to shell and stuff is gonna go crazy.
Even if it came off the menu,
There was still
someone
order.
would come through and say, "Hey, do you still make?" "Yeah, sure, I'll still make it." So it's kind of, it never left the menu. It's still
Just leave as it
Yeah,
is.
but she
that's
make
it.
a lot of different dishes. that she
Yeah, then
sell.
I'm making a lot of dishes off the
Lots.
menu too. So
Yeah,
it's a
she's
different thing.
always-
So
Especially
I'm
the
just
dips.
adding, but they're not on the menu.
Well, you might want to be careful here, because if you start talking about these dishes, you're going to get
No,
the
I won't,
order.
no, I won't.
Talk to us about the menu. Talk to us about the inspiration, and talk to us about how you come up with these great dishes. I mean, you have everything.
You know, it's a dish that most of our Anna's Pizza do have it in there. You know, some of us, the family has one less thing than we have, but mostly it's there. And it's hard to explain, you know, because you put love on every single dish that you make over there, or whatever you have in the menu. And that's all it's all about.
But they all taste different.
Yeah,
All Anna's
Yeah,
taste is the same,
But,
but taste different.
They're all
It's
delicious.
something.
our menu is just like, you
Really?
know,
Oh my God.
it's totally, I don't know, Jerry, I really don't know how to explain
Well,
this.
over the years, perhaps maybe share what we've added. You know, like the melanzane rollantini.
Yeah,
You know, that's kind of
the
spun
sauce,
off
the sauce.
more
Most of
traditional.
everybody will talk about the
They didn't
sauce.
drink
You know,
it.
it's just simple. It's not made with a whole lot of. It's just simple ingredients: salt and pepper. That's all you want. That's all you really want.
Onions,
You
eh?
know.
That's all you
And
get.
I know.
That's it.
It's
But
in
you know,
both.
I
It's in
tell you
both.
something, Jerry. I tell you something. It's not just what you put on your ingredients. And we had our brother-in-law. He worked for us, and he learned how to make the cucumber dressing. It's just a simple thing. He learned how to make the cucumber. I showed him how to do it and everything, and he did. He used to make it. It used to taste good. He says he makes it at home. It doesn't taste good. And he just like, okay, you're trying to freak me out here. You didn't tell me it's just because you're here, the day you're working, that comes out right, and not at your house.
Mike.
But it's true. It's just Mike. Yeah, it's just a thing. I can tell you how to make tomato sauce or pizza sauce. I tell you exactly the recipe that it's in each one of them. You'll make it. It'll taste different than mine. That's even
It's all
then.
about the love.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
You brought some pictures with you.
Yes, I did. We did.
Judah, Marcella, you want to
You
grab
wanna
them?
grab?
Yeah. How about Marcella holds them up, and then Maria,
Yeah.
you tell us about the photos here. And Judah, you frame them if you could. Judah Wickhauer is our director, back from vacation
That was
here.
so young. Yeah.
We got some fantastic
There.
photos.
This
So
is
what's
an
the best
old
place?
one.
Hold it there, Judah. Right there. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So if you hold it
Okay.
flat, a little higher up, he
a
says.
little higher.
Okay. Maria, what are we looking at here?
My dad and my mom, and as you see, they got a Sicilian pizza in front of them.
That's
No, this is the antipasto.
Oh, the antipasto.
We have at the barber shop.
The buffet we had.
And we did the
the
buffet.
barbers.
The
Yeah,
barber
barber
shop.
shop. Remember
So
that?
this is your father and this is your mom.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah.
What? So this is your mom and dad.
Our mom.
That's
Mom and
their
dad.
parents.
This is your
Yep.
grandparents.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
What year is this estimated?
1986.
I recognize the
it was.
wallpaper.
1986.
I love it.
We say that,
I
right?
love
It's all in the wallpaper.
1986.
Yeah, it was in the
April-
80s,
April
80s.
1986.
So this photo
So
right here
Anna-
is 36 years old.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anna is.
Yeah, and it's
Her
our
mom.
mom.
Her mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
What's her
that's-
name?
Nunzia.
Nunzia.
Okay. And his name?
Giovanni
Giovanni.
Battista. Giovanni.
Okay. He's wearing a shirt, the
Yeah,
Anna
of
shirt.
course, the Anna
That's a
shirt.
real-
I
yeah.
love
It's
it.
old school.
Okay.
Father was
So
young
my dad
there.
only will make pizzas. My dad in the kitchen, it would be a disaster. It was. Never
It was a
put my-
disaster?
Oh
He would
yeah,
not be
never
allowed
put my
in the
dad in the
kitchen.
kitchen.
He
The
only
only
did
time my
pizzas.
father would come in the kitchen was to make pizza sauce and pizza dough. The only thing. Other than putting a dish together, he will never do that.
Even
But
with
your
my
mom?
Yes.
With my mom,
My
he
mom,
was
yeah.
doing
Yeah.
doing nothing
My mom,
together.
yes.
Nothing.
Here he is.
Here's another
I
photo
think
right
that's
here.
over there. It's a little
That's my
younger,
daddy.
maybe a little younger there, a couple years younger.
Right
Yeah,
there.
this is
Little
was maybe 78.
Yeah, something
Because
like
we
that.
type out 76, so it's got to be 77, 78.
So this photo right here is 44, 45 years old. So this is almost the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, the beginning, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us about this here. We see the Coke sign in the back. So folks who are
Yeah.
listening to this and may not be watching as well. So I'm going to try to do a little play-by-play. Their father, Marcella's grandfather, has a pizza in his hand, about to be put in the oven. You got the traditional old school Coke logo in the background, which I think is absolutely awesome.
Yes.
I noticed he's maybe perhaps a little trimmer in this photo than the last one right here. So the man enjoyed the pizza, right? And who doesn't? The pizza is absolutely
Every
amazing.
day.
Put in perspective the pride that your parents felt owning a business locally in Charlottesville. Can you put that in perspective for us?
I mean,
I
Go
mean,
ahead.
being there, going and opening the door every day just showed a lot that they
It
were
was.
happy to be part of this business. And, they landed here in Charlottesville. And they landed here in Charlottesville for a solid reason. They just continued, and it was worth their while. So coming into work every day was something that kept them going.
the only time they won't be at work was when they were in Italy.
Yeah.
What's that? The
They-
only time?
Yeah.
And she
Yeah,
used to
the
go along with
grandparents
them.
that-
She spent a lot of summer in Italy with them.
They would go every summer to Sicily and, enjoy their home over there every summer.
Yeah, so is she.
All through the 80s.
Yeah.
So how would the restaurant run when they were in?
We
Italy?
used to be
Yeah.
here. Yeah, me and Martha
Yeah.
will be here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, same as it is right now.
How about ladies, the feeling of carrying on your parents' legacy
Oh, it's
and tradition,
wonderful.
and I'm sure there's some pressure that comes with that, right?
Yeah.
That is,
That is.
but then,
Now
at the end of
especially.
the day, right now a little
Yeah.
bit, but at the end of the day, because we're much older than before.
No.
No, I don't know. Once you get in there, then the pressure, once you start working, it just
You let it go.
goes away. Goes
Yeah.
away. You just
Yeah.
let
They
it go.
teach you very good
It's
us.
work.
It
It's
was-
work. That's all you
It
have
was
to
a
do.
wonderful daddy, a
Yeah.
wonderful mother.
All right, the other
Yeah.
picture.
Oh, okay. All right, so this is when everyone pretty much knows him as Papa.
Yeah.
This
This
Kevin
is-
Yancey's asking about him. Okay, I see you in
Yeah,
there.
so he's this was his last year that he was with us, I think. His last
last
birthday.
years he
He was
died, yes.
81.
He passed, yeah.
Yeah, he
80?
would die in 2007. This was 2006, October.
Yeah.
Because it was his
So-
birthday like yesterday.
Yeah, so we're missing a bunch of family members in this one. We've grown.
But this is the first generation. You, your
Yeah.
sister, my kids.
Yeah.
And your kids.
Yeah, my. Oh, wait a
Your
minute.
kid. Your
Kiara and
twins.
Nancy are there
Oh
too.
yeah, Kiara and Nancy, your
Yeah.
kids.
So you have 1, 2, 3,
5,
4
6,
generations there.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That is like a keepsake. That's
Yeah.
a treasure right there.
Yeah, it's fun.
We have a lot of those pictures.
I know you
there.
do. That is amazing.
Each one of us have one.
Yeah.
That is absolutely amazing. How about, ladies? How about the stories of customers? Some of your favorite customers. I mean, you have
All
so
of the
much
same.
repeat business. This is probably the
Yeah.
most
Tell you
difficult
one,
question I'm going to
last
ask you
night,
here.
yesterday,
Yeah.
there was this couple that I was thinking about it for so long. It's just like they used to come in. First of all, Joe.
Joe and
He will
Emily.
come in, I don't know his last name. It will come in first when we moved here. It will come in and get a sausage and pepper soup every single day, just about. Then he got engaged to this girl. Her name is Emmy. Is it okay to say the name?
Sure. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, she
You-
knows.
no
No
She
rules
knows
here.
me. That's all right. They're not
Yeah.
going to do anything to me. and once in a while, I've been thinking about them. And yesterday, as I'm making a pizza, here they come in.
Yeah.
Both of them are just like, I couldn't believe it. He hasn't changed much. But it was so nice to see them, really nice. We really had nice customers, and they always been our favorites. And it's so hard to pick.
And you get
It
to
really
know
is.
you get to know them so well. As I, being local, always
Feels part
lived
of
here
your
for so long.
family.
You drive down the road, you're like, oh, there goes Mr. Half Italian Sub, no onions, or sadly,
Everybody's gonna
you
be-
know their first names, you get to know them so well,
Yeah.
but the last names kind of are hard to keep up with. But faces, and you can relate what they enjoy eating, putting on their tables. The fun stories that stick out to me are the women that come in and they have cravings when they're pregnant. This one lady, she'd come in, order her tuna sub, and she's like, oh, is it that time again? For sure. She's, ready to have another child. So you get to see their cravings and learn about those kind of neat little connections.
Tom Bowe, watching the program, the owner of Take It Away Sandwich Shop. He has given you props. Neil Williamson, president of the Free Enterprise Forum. David, the owner of Skooma Boutique Dispensary, is watching the show. Nice. Philip Dow is watching in Scottsville. Earlysville is on the program right now. Greene County, Fluvanna County, welcome to the show. We got folks in Nelson and Louisa watching the program. Ladies and gentlemen watching this program, when is it December 19th?
The 18th.
The 18th is a Sunday.
We made a mistake. Monday was the 19th.
So
it's
December
a Sunday.
18th.
Yeah, December
18th.
18th.
Okay, we'll make that correct.
Everyone
Friday.
watching the show now between December 18th, I want you guys to make the phones ring off the hook like never before at Anna's Pizza. Anna's number 5, make the phone ring off the hook like never before, please. I want to highlight this. Something Marcella said to me that forever resonated. We met a couple months ago over here at this desk, and I made the comment, man, you really, really, really love your mom and your aunt. And her response to that was, they mean the absolute world to me.
Yeah.
I
know
would
we
do
do.
anything for them.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
what you said.
That's right.
And and I know, I've seen it. That's like Friday and Saturday night,
Yeah.
seen it, where she's coming in and helping.
Or there, yeah.
Yeah, often.
Tried, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we may have some things going on, but then 5 minutes later, there's nothing going on.
Like all
So,
families.
Yeah,
La
yeah.
Mother
Every
exactly.
single family.
Yeah.
So I want to throw that to you. It's really set home to me, like as our son's getting older. Like with our son being born, then our second son who's due around Thanksgiving, it's made like my wife would agree, like more like I guess vulnerable and like a little more in touch with my emotions, and like I'm more apt to get I was like watching Toy Story 3 with my kid, the one where the toys go to the preschool and they get all chopped up and beat up, and I was like legitimately crying watching this movie, and I'm like, what the heck is going on with me?
Nope,
Like,
perfectly normal.
You know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I was like, what is
Yeah.
going on with me? I can't believe I'm doing this, and it only happened after our son was born.
Yep. Yeah.
So I guess if you could put in perspective like the relationship, the family-run business, like any family, it's not rainbows and sunshine every day.
Absolutely not.
You know, stuff happens.
It
Stuff
happens.
happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it happens.
But when it's all said and done, blood is thicker than water, and nothing is
Yep.
tighter than family.
Yeah.
Can you put that in perspective for us?
Yeah, absolutely. It's like you said, blood is thicker than water. Your family, you evolve. They put you here. They bring you here. Sorry. You just take care of each other, and it's about loving and respecting and appreciating what they do for you, and just wanting to pay it forward.
And something
Yeah.
to pass it along to your own
And
kids
you
too.
want to pass that, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, you just pass that down the road.
She's my second baby.
Okay.
My first baby.
I've got 2 moms.
I know you do. Maria, how hard of a decision was this?
Oh, very hard.
It was very hard. The first thing we thought about was the customer, believe it or not.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like, what is this person going to say? What is that person going to say? Oh my God, they're not going to be able to find something else like us. It was hard. And like I said, the only reason we made the decision because, Alice was up. And we wanted to reach the 50 years, but we just didn't make
I
it.
cannot make it. Come on.
No, Martha was here a couple of years ago. So and it was a little hard on me also because not having much of the servers coming in, and the pandemic.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, it was the pandemic that really made us change our mind.
Months at home.
And not to, we would renew with the lease if if everything was fine, but it got a little hard now. It gets a little harder.
There's certain things that happen as you
Yeah,
life
especially
and makes you
ever since the
realize-
pandemic, things change a lot.
How so?
Yeah.
That's a topic we should cover. We
Yeah.
talk restaurants a lot on the show.
Yeah.
How did you guys? And we have a lot of comments. Steve Houchins, we'll get to your comment. Rachel Pennington, we'll get to your comment. Leave love for the ladies. Any social platform you're watching on, I'm going to get to all these comments as quickly as possible. Talk to us about COVID and how COVID changed the business, made the business difficult, and not just your business. I'm talking food and beverage in general.
Not just the
everywhere.
restaurants, and everywhere. I mean, any kind of business, I think it did. We just we stayed open. We just actually moved everything on one side, and everything was done to go. That's it. Everything was to go.
Just basically,
Yeah,
molded
it was you
to what
working, that's it.
the pandemic was dishing out and got through it.
Yeah. Well, we kept few of the employees that stay with us, like a dishwasher stay and things like that, help out a little bit. But other than that, everything was all to go. So, and then we cut down our hours too.
I think that was
That
sort
was-
of the blessing in disguise. It was, the restaurant hours are long, for anyone. And
As a matter of fact, we kept those hours now.
and
Yeah.
pretty much the pandemic settled those hours to be shorter for them, and it turned out to be really comfortable for them to
and
close earlier in the days.
Exactly. Everybody
to
got
be-
adjusted to those hours.
Yeah.
They really did.
Rachel is watching. She's the owner of the Pie Chest.
Yeah.
She's watching the program right now. She says, these ladies are the best. I love watching them make my pizza. So much care and love every single time. I have so much respect for them as a business owners, as one myself. I wish nothing but the best to all these ladies. I'll be in several times before the end. Rachel, I'm responding to your comment. I mentioned this live on air. So this show airs on every social media platform known to mankind.
Yeah.
Steve Houchins watching the program. Love that family. Many in the area have grown up in Anna's. My first job was in the kitchen. Papa taught me how to wash pots and pans. He said, Steve Houchins also said, I spent at least $3 per shift on the jukebox. And he says, I guess I can come clean now. I used to sneak in the walk-in and steal a few bites of cannoli and cheese
Of
from the
course.
walk-in. Doesn't this stuff make you feel so good?
Yes.
All the employees we had so much trust on them.
Oh my gosh,
They were just families.
Yeah, they jump on board, and you basically take them in as family. And
I don't know
as
what
you
time
can
it is.
see, we watch them grow and their kids grow, and everyone stays in touch. So nice.
Jen MacArthur is watching down Avon Extended. Jen says, my favorite pizza restaurant by far. More people watching. Amy Whelan, I'm sorry if I'm messing up your last name, Amy. She says, I'm going to miss you guys tremendously. Naomi Via Adak, my husband and I were there 2 weeks ago. The family was around the table with an out-of-town guest. We very much enjoyed watching them while we were eating our food. That's one of my favorite things, undoubtedly. Multiple ladies that are pregnant right now say we cannot wait for Italian subs once we get these kids out of our bellies. Michael Kennedy's giving you props. Joseph Imbriaco is giving you some props right now. Lori Goodbody is giving you some props. I see 7 states watching the show as we speak.
Thank you.
Fry Springs Beach Club. Put that relationship in perspective. This was the home after swim meets at Fry Springs Beach Club. It was Anna's. Talk to us about the relationship with Fry Springs Beach Club.
They were there Friday night. Some of them. That started when the first year we were there. It was incredible. We didn't even know anything about the Fry Spring Club coming in. And I remember them being at least 150 of them coming in
Wednesday
that's
nights?
every Wednesday night they used to come in.
Yeah.
Every
Sometimes it
Wednesday
was on
night, the
Monday.
first year, the very first summer we were there.
Yeah. 'Cause they would
And
come
then
in
after
their
that,
meetings.
and then after that,
It was a weird for them.
by then we already knew that every summer they would come in. Every night they would come in, every Wednesday night, right after the meeting, the swimming, and we just the only time they really missed it was during the pandemic. But
Yeah.
other than that, every year, every summer, they would be right on time. We get a schedule for them, and then we knew exactly what day they would come in. If they would be late, they would call us in and say, we're coming in late, so we would be waiting for them to sometime at 11 o'clock at night. We used to wait for them.
Yeah.
So,
That's
really,
amazing.
yeah.
It was fun.
Throw this to you. Gosh, there's so many comments coming in here so fast. You guys are adored. You guys are
Yeah,
absolutely
they are.
adored.
Thank you.
Should we cover this here? There's more comments than I can count that are asking if they put orders in, can you mail pizzas and subs to them?
God.
We can look into that.
Okay, so is that how
We'll
we're
look
gonna?
into
We'll look into
We'll
it.
look into
Yeah,
it.
we
Absolutely
will
good.
look into
Yeah,
that.
because we don't like to disappoint our customers.
Absolutely, totally get that. Chris Mancuso,
Mancuso.
welcome to the program. And give
She
me
lives
some-
in town. She can come over and pick them up.
Yeah. Come over and pick it up. How about this? How about this question for you guys? We'll try to get to as many of these as humanly possible. There are so many coming in right now. The Sicilian.
The Sicilian square pizza.
Yeah.
You should try that before we close.
The Sicilian is amazing.
Yeah.
Talk to us about the Sicilian square pizza. Few places do the Sicilian square pizza.
Yeah.
Why
Lemon
is that?
town.
Because they take time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
then we prep them at a time, so people
Yeah.
don't have to wait the hour, because usually it takes an hour for those pizzas to be ready. So every day we prep them, and as soon as we finish, we have to wait that it takes a little longer than usual time because we run out. Like we're running out already this
Yesterday I made
this
a
couple
full
days.
8.
We have,
4 large and
So-
4 small.
It's several steps that go into that.
not really much steps. You just
Prepare in
You
the
just have
pan
to
and
square
let
it
it
down
rise,
and
you
just-
know.
exactly.
And then you cook halfway.
and that's it. And then when you get your orders in, just put the cheese,
ready to
whatever
roll.
the one on it, and put it back in the oven.
How about a pizza in general, not Sicilian? Someone orders a pepperoni pizza. This question's come in. Why not different sizes? It's
Yeah.
one pizza, right?
No,
The
it's
Sicilians?
We have no, I'm talking just like
Regular
a pepperoni.
pie?
Yeah,
Okay.
regular pie.
No,
Yeah.
small, medium, large.
Okay,
Yeah.
small,
Yeah.
medium, large.
Yeah.
So there is
Yeah.
small, medium, and large.
Yeah.
This is a good one from your cousin. Hello, my beautiful cousins. You all know I understand how much hard work it takes, but the rewards are justified and you deserve all the many blessings.
That's right.
And then you're going to have to help me with this
Who's
right
that?
here.
That?
What'd you say right there?
Baci a tutti e auguri.
And that's from her.
From Lori. Yeah, Lori. Goodbye.
Oh, Lori.
Yeah.
She's giving me some prompts.
Lori,
Okay.
the last name?
Yeah, goodbye.
Lori Amchile Gaetano?
Yes, thank you.
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
God.
Gaetano.
She lives in Maryland. Yeah, she lives
She
in
lives
Maryland.
in.
She was married to my cousin's brother,
Yeah.
which he passed away.
Yeah, we got hit pretty hard for COVID, so it was not a good time.
Jason Burke in Los Angeles. Can I buy T-shirts through the mail? Will you mail
No,
them to
we
us?
don't have no more T-shirts.
Oh no, we're out.
I think we are out. Unless we have one, then we'll probably be able. We might like to him.
You give me one, the last one, I think.
I'm not sure. We can look into. There's so many things. Yeah, there's so many things back there. We can look.
This is a conversation multiple people are asking. Was there any thought of the family carrying it on in a different iteration, Annis?
Yeah, that was on the table, several times, but I think,
It's challenging a
it's
restaurant.
challenging
Yeah.
when you're raising children,
Yeah.
when you have a family, that you want to give your children opportunities outside of a business. They see
It's
what's
long
going
hours,
on,
long-
so it's up to them if they want to choose that down the road. But for now,
Like
there's
I didn't
other-
want my kids to follow that. They already know everything about the business, but I want them out of the restaurant business.
We always want to push our kids away from what we grew up
Totally,
to do. But,
totally.
that could always change in the future. Depends on what they want to do.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
can speak firsthand here. I was like, there's nothing I would rather than actually, I take that back. I work personally, 70 hours a week.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
everyone's like, they see this part of the business where it's like us interviewing awesome people and
Yeah.
having a good time
Yeah.
on the show.
Yeah.
But they don't realize the other
What's
part of
behind.
the business is like the bookkeeping and the accounting
Yeah.
and the taking out of the trash and then the payroll,
Yeah.
and then like the overhead and the
there's a lot.
expenses,
There's
and
a
the fact
lot,
that it's
yeah.
not always good times. It's
No.
like there's slow times,
and downs.
and then, ups and downs. And it's
Absolutely.
like being a business owner is not what you see on TV.
No,
Yeah.
no. Even restaurants, the same way.
That's it.
You know, you have your up and downs. You have your slow days and you have your busy days. You know, your busy days covers up for your slow day.
Right.
But you do have it. And at the same time, when you have your slow day, you're just sitting over there and not having much to do. It makes you even more tired,
Right.
you know?
It's
So-
it's easy to not easy, but like the rush or the adrenaline of getting through like a Friday or Saturday
You wanna
night.
go, go.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
know, and you do have to go, right? I forget,
Yeah.
completely
I have
forgot
doctor
about this part.
appointments.
And I know you
Oh,
got
no.
you have a doctor's appointment, and you have to drive her.
Oh, yeah,
I-
that's
I-
fine.
Okay.
Oh, she's my jealous of your
When you're
birthday.
done,
No, she
I
can,
wait
she
a
can
couple
go. She
moments.
can
No,
go.
okay, how much more time? What time is your appointment?
What time is it?
It's 1:26.
Okay, I guess another 10 minutes. She can
Okay.
wait for me.
Okay, 10 minutes.
Yes.
We'll get out of here in 10 minutes. We'll try to get to as many of these comments as possible.
Okay.
So this right here, let's acknowledge some of the folks that are watching. Jason Colvin, giving you some props. Joseph is giving you some props. Michael Kennedy is giving you some props. What is your favorite dish? Maria, Marta, and Marcella on the menu.
What's your favorite dish to eat or to make?
All the above.
All the above.
Which one's your favorite to eat?
Marinara.
Marinara
She likes
sauce.
the marinara sauce.
That's the best.
Yeah, you make it really good.
I mean, I
Yes.
like my pizza. I gotta say that.
Pizza.
I'm with everything, but I prefer pasta.
I'm not a pasta eater.
You're not a pasta eater.
Not
Wow.
here. But when I'm back in Sicily, I am.
Oh,
Yeah?
all right.
It's funny, but I am.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
cannot go
different
there.
here, too.
Yeah, it's just a thing. But I like my pizza here. I like my sandwiches. But I don't like much of the white sauces on pasta. Tell you the truth. But I love to
Like
make
the
it.
Alfredos, like the
I
white
love to make it. Yeah.
Marcella, what's your
Yeah.
favorite dish?
I'm more complicated. I like the melanzane rolantini.
Okay.
Well, yeah, you're just right.
Once
Those
I
are good.
realized,
Eggplants
yeah.
are good.
That's
And
very
she
good.
likes,
It's good.
take it back. You also like the chicken parm.
Ah, you
chicken
should have said
parm,
she's
without
doing
a
it.
doubt.
Everybody likes the
Yeah.
chicken parm, right?
Yeah.
But she's
yeah.
helpful. She's helpful. When she comes in, she goes straight
I
to
mean,
the
eat chicken parm.
refrigerator. She's got
Yeah.
to take a piece, and she just eats as cold as it is, walking around.
Cold chicken's good.
Here's a good question. Why is it so difficult to recreate New York style pizza, and how have you guys been able to do it?
Consistency. You know, we haven't changed the ingredients.
No, our ingredients,
ever.
everything is done by us.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
always. The ovens obviously are.
The
you
oven
know,
is the
pretty
best.
big.
The ovens makes a lot
Factor.
of difference on your pizza, whether you
Yeah.
cook your pizza on propane gas or natural gas or electric
Mm-hmm.
ovens. Electric ovens, stay away from it.
Yeah.
But other than that, gas is
Gas
fine,
is the
yeah.
best.
Gas is stone, yeah.
This is a good one. Kelsey. Jerry, I graduated from the University of Virginia in 1992. This pizzeria is as much part of my UVA experience as Coupe de Ville's or the Biltmore was. That says a lot right there,
Yeah.
because
That's
those were on the
Yeah.
corner.
Yeah.
This is a great question. I've come back multiple times with my family, and we've eaten at Anna's. What is the show that's always on TV when they're watching? It's a soap opera of some kind.
Oh my
The Italian.
Is that what it, I don't know.
No.
Or you're talking about the
Young
date, like-
and the rest.
Oh, so Young and Restless? Victor and Cricket
Yeah,
and
that's-
Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bold
That's-
and beautiful.
Yeah.
There we go.
Bold
I'm
and
not
the
watching
Beautiful.
anymore. Yeah.
She don't watch it
And they
anymore,
used
man.
another show after that, which
It's
is
not a
19
light.
No, it was not kind of like. Maybe it was
As the
that?
world turns,
It's
Dynasty.
the world turns,
As the
yeah.
world-
There you
yeah.
go.
If
Too-
it was in
they
the
take it
afternoon,
too
it
short
was
way.
all- was
They take
only
it too
just
short.
those.
They would every now and then they would call me, and they would start saying a story and naming the. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? It's like, oh, it's so and so on The Bold and the Beautiful or something.
20
I'm
years
like,
later, it's the same thing.
Yeah, Young and the Restless. Did Victor ever age?
Yeah.
Cricket was
Exactly.
constantly on the show on Young and the Restless. Is she still on the show? Is
Not
Cricket
a
still?
wrinkle, probably.
Oh, I don't know.
Cricket? Yeah, I know, right? Without a
We
wrinkle.
don't, they don't,
Yeah,
we
totally
don't
right.
watch it.
So
She don't
not-
watch it anymore.
Annalisa Dill is giving you surprise.
That's my
Please,
cousin.
In Williamsburg.
Williamsburg,
Yeah.
Anna's
Yeah.
Pizza.
Williamsburg is in the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
Your sister is chiming in. She said, Jerry, don't forget The Price is Right.
Oh.
on
Oh,
television.
yeah.
We love The
course.
Price is Right on TV.
Yes.
In the morning.
Yes.
Okay, why don't we close? Because I know you have a doctor's appointment
Yeah.
here. Final words for everybody that's watching the show. Scott in Virginia Beach says, such great guests. Multiple people are saying it's Young and the Restless on TV, Jerry. It's Young and the Restless on TV. so
my
people
God.
know what you guys are watching
Oh, wow.
on. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
What's this? We'll close with this question for
Yeah.
both you guys. Marcella, why don't you go first? What does this community mean to your family and to you guys?
Everything. If it wasn't for the support and of this community, especially the last couple of years when they really shined, Anna's Pizza wouldn't exist. You know, the family in there wouldn't be who we are today.
That's right.
So we're very thankful for all the support, all the love, and ever since the announcement a week ago,
What's happened?
amazing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's just the love is there.
The
That
same day. The same day we posted.
Yeah, it's just amazing. It's hard to keep up, and we're having a hard time. We're reading. We're not really able to reply because it's just so much. So, but we'll get to those replies.
We got time
Yeah.
after that.
So great.
Marta, for you, what's the community
The
mean
same,
to
the
you?
same.
It's everything. I love everybody. Everybody working in this restaurant. I was comfortable. I feel like a family and everything. I haven't. It's gonna be hard to miss it. I miss everybody. Everybody.
Maria, show's yours.
She just say everything. That she took the words out of my mouth. You know, just like I
After
say, you know,
46
they're
years.
making it very hard, but at the same time, they're so happy that we have took this step.
Yeah.
So
You've earned it.
Yeah. We thank every single one of them that they've been there for us, supporting us in the good and the bad
Yep.
time.
And we
And-
would be remiss not to highlight what you're going to have going
Yes.
on
Oh
afterwards.
yeah,
Thank
I
that's
you.
definitely
right.
want to
yeah.
highlight that.
That's my busy time.
Please,
That's,
please. So tell
that's
us.
how I stay. I'm glad that I'm doing this little market. I may pick up some other markets
At the
this
city
season.
market.
That I'm doing the city market
Yeah.
right now. Right now, every other week or every other.
Yeah, it's kind
something.
of the schedule's
And
posted, but
so this is something for me to stay busy and not to think about other stuff.
Yeah.
That will definitely keep me going.
Because you know
Yeah.
what? December 18th is the last day.
yes.
Guys, make the phone ring nonstop between now and December 18th. Judy Go says, best Alfredo in town. Love these women.
Judy.
They
Judy.
kept us fed during COVID. Judy Go said that. I
Yeah.
don't think this is really going to set in for you guys because on December 18th, you're going to have Christmas and New Year's and all the hoopla. I think where it's really going to potentially set in
Yeah.
is January, you know,
Aw.
when the holidays are over.
Yeah.
Yes,
And things
That
are
does
slowed down.
sound-
Yeah.
But I'm so pumped
Yeah.
for you guys that you have like
Thank you.
the city market
Yeah.
where you're going to still be able to interact with customers.
Oh yeah.
And just
definitely,
in a much more
definitely.
reasonable hour
Yeah.
workload standpoint,
Yeah, definitely.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Much more relaxed.
Yeah, I want to end now because I want to get a photo with the ladies that we can frame here in studio. Guys, this is the I Love Seville show where we showcase the best of Charlottesville, Virginia, and I don't think anyone epitomizes the best of Charlottesville, Virginia more than Anna's Pizza number 5. 46 years of proudly serving this community. They are absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
Make the phone ring and support this family between now and December 18th. I have a feeling you're going to have a lot of phone calls after this right here.
This is it.
Not today though. We're
Yeah,
close today.
You're closed Monday. Phone ring tomorrow. Phone ring tomorrow. Thank you, ladies.
Thank
and
you,
guys,
Jerry.
We'll see you tomorrow at 10:15
Yes.
for What's Barkin' Local. Everyone, take care. So long.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thanks, Jerry.
Fantastic. Oh, our pleasure. Let's
my
get a
God.
quick picture, please.
You better watch out.
'Cause I want to